What is time, and does it really exist? The nature of time is one of the most profound and complex topics that has occupied both scientists and philosophers for centuries. Time is often considered a measure of change, a dimension in which events occur in a seemingly orderly sequence from the past to the present to the future. There are physical perspectives. In physics, time is understood as a fundamental dimension that, along with the three dimensions of space, allows the position and motion of objects in the universe to be described. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity revolutionized our understanding of time by showing that time is relative, not absolute. It varies depending on the speed of the observer and the force of gravity. This means that time passes more slowly the faster an object is moving or the stronger the gravitational field it is in. There are also philosophical perspectives. Philosophically, there are different opinions on whether time really exists. Some thinkers, known as realists, with regard to time, argue that time exists independently of human perceptions or observations. Others, the anti-realists, claim that time is a construction of human consciousness, a way we interpret and measure change and the duration of events. What's about the existence of time? So the question of whether time really exists depends on how existence is defined. In practical application and in the natural science, time is treated as real and measurable, necessary for everything from navigating space to organizing our daily lives. In theoretical philosophy and some interpretations of quantum mechanics, however, it remains a mystery and a subject of ongoing debate. Ultimately, the question of the existence of time is deeply interwoven with the nature of the universe and our understanding of reality itself. It challenges us to think beyond the limits of our intuitive perceptions and dive deeper into the foundations of what we consider to be reality. For me, personally, time is definitely a human construct, based on the fact that we are born having a beginning and that we die have an end. That is why the human mind obviously needs a unit of time. If you look at the universe, however, there are rather regularly recurring events. Everything that moves out there seems to have a cycle that confirms imaginary time for us because there are regularities. But what happens to our unit of time when the sun swallows the earth and there are no more people? Then our understanding of time dies too. What about infinity? We don't understand it, but it exists. But if everything that exists is infinite, then there can be no time either, because there has never been a 0 hour. Infinity contradicts the idea of time. Another problem that keeps coming to light for me, especially as a funeral speaker, is the fact that we humans always think we have all the time in the world. This is not true, because any of us, including me, could drop dead this minute, this second, or the next second. None of us have a time account. It can run out at any time. There's always, and without exception, a 50% chance that you will be dead any minute. Nevertheless, no one lives with this awareness. Even the biggest pessimists, for whom the glass is always half empty, think that they have all the time in the world. We often make the mistake of living in the past and dreaming of the future, completely forgetting the reality of the present. Even when we say goodbye to people, we assume that we will see them again next time. Unfortunately, I have had to experience many times in my life that this is definitely not the case. That is why it is extremely important that we always say goodbye to each person in our minds as if we had seen them for the last time. We should end arguments immediately and bring them to a conclusion so that we can always look each other in the eye and know that everything is settled when we die. What are the things that you keep putting off because you think you still have plenty of time? What are the things that you really have to do to change your life and improve your mental health? Who are the people you need to talk to? Who should you finally tell all the good qualities that make them who they are and what makes them lovable? What's stopping you from tackling all these things now? Why don't you? Why all the excuses?